We got everything we need right here. Wine and burning chemistry. You and me alone. You and me alone. Inside of our embassy. Everything we need right here. Make me sing along. Sing along. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you. I never thought I'd ever be stuck by you.
Hello friends. Today I'm going to be cleaning, organizing, and decluttering my living room, dining room, kitchen, and pantry. But first, I wanted to show you guys these arches that we just got out of storage. I'm so happy to see them again. They are just absolutely gorgeous against this dark blue wall. I think it's just the perfect place to showcase them. By the way, those were made by my husband. He is super talented. So now I'm just going to give you a once around of my kitchen and dining room so you can just truly appreciate the mess that is in here. We just recently moved into this house, so everything is moved into the cupboards, but it's not exactly organized the way that I would like it to be, so I have to go through all of the cupboards, and I'm going to be doing a bit of decluttering, as well as this pantry is crazy because, again, we just threw everything in, and now it needs to be organized. And although this pantry is not going to be like a super crazy pantry makeover or anything like that, but I just need to get it functional today. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is start with a load of dishes, because then they can wash while I'm doing everything else, because I have at least 2 loads of dishes to get through today. And then also when I do the cupboards, then everything will have the proper place to go back to. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna get these dishes done, and then I'll move on to cleaning the living room.
Write down all your memories, feel the things you wanna feel, yeah. In the empty bottle lies all the answers. Oh, watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me. We got everything we need, right? Watch me dancing in the colors, lightning, blowing up a thunder, wash it over me, yeah. We got everything we need right here.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna tidy everything up in here before I get to the vacuuming. You'll notice one thing that might be kind of missing from this room, and I'm not sure if I'm ever gonna get one, is a carpet, because I've realized that my kids like to eat in here a lot. They like to watch TV, and so if they just sit at the little tables and eat, then it's really easy for me to clean the floor this way. And I kind of like the minimalist look of just not having a carpet here at all. It just makes the room really open, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm ever going to get a carpet. The other reason that I might not get a carpet is because I need to move this couch to clean behind it, and it's so much easier to move if you're not trying to move it with a rug underneath. So it makes my life a little bit easier that way, and this couch just really easily slides around. It's quite big, as you can see, but it's really not too bad to move. Also, there are little tiny bugs that are constantly in our house because we live by a lake, so I'm constantly having to vacuum out the windowsills just to get those little tiny black bugs. I'm not entirely sure what they are, but I think they're tiny little fish flies. In any case, they're kind of like fruit flies, and they're just in our house all the time. It's very, very annoying. However, with the cooler weather coming up, they are going away, so that is one nice thing. Okay, so what I was saying before about my kids always eating eating in the living room. If you maybe saw my steam cleaning video before, but if you haven't, I'll just update you. So I had a spray that I sprayed all over this couch to help protect it, so that if we are eating on the couch and somebody spills something, then it's easily cleaned off. However, I do have kind of a rule with the little ones, is that they have to eat at the little tables on the floor, because I don't quite trust them with food on here. However, my older children and myself, we do totally eat on this couch all the time, and we have not had any issues with spillage at all. So I really do like that this living room is very functional. I try and make it as durable as possible, and that's why I purchased this specific couch, because it had everything that I wanted in it. It was nice and big so our whole family could sit on it. It was a light color so that it would contrast against the wall, but it wasn't exactly white, so it wouldn't show a lot of stains. And if you actually look really closely at it, the texture of it is actually a little bit multi-tonal, so it kind of hides everything in case there is any spillage. I'm just super happy with this couch. If you can't tell, I'm super excited about it. We just recently got it, and we got it specifically for this room. Also, another really cool feature is that it pulls out in the middle so that it can become a guest bed, or we can just lounge on the couch. So in case anyone is wondering where I got this couch from, it is from The Brick, and I feel like I really lucked out on this couch, because if you have ordered furniture recently, you know it is crazy for the wait times. And anyways, I saw this sectional in The Brick. It was the gray color. It was the exact configuration that I wanted, because this couch, you can configure it in different ways, and you can have it with or without the shades, or you can have a corner to it. There's lots of different ways that you can put it together. Anyways, this was the exact one that I wanted, and they had just got it in, so it was brand new. And so I asked them how long of a wait it was going to be, and they said it was going to be a 2-month wait to get it in. However, if I wanted to take the floor model, that they would sell that to me and they would deliver it to my house. And so I was so excited, because I'm like, yes, because I don't want to go, 2 months without having a couch in my house. So I was able to get the floor model. Like I said, it was brand new. They had just put it out, so it was not even used. Like, a few people might have sat on it, and that's about it. So I was really excited that I got this and I didn't have to wait forever. However, if you were going to go buy a couch, I would definitely recommend thinking ahead of time, because the wait times are crazy. I went to another furniture store, and I think they said that it was going to be a 6-month wait. So in any case, I'm very happy to have my couch. I'm going to stop talking about it now, because you guys are probably bored of this, but as you can tell, it's exciting when you move into a new place and you get some new stuff. Also, the coffee tables, I also got those from The Brick, and those were on sale as well. Everything was on sale at the time, because that's how I shop. In any case, I am going to get onto the dining room now, and I have to vacuum out the windowsills as usual. This is just a daily chore. Now, this dining room, this is our homeschool table. We are not going to be using this as a dining room table forever. However, the table that I would really like to get is at IKEA, and it is not in stock at the moment, so I'm just waiting for it to either come into stock or for me to find another table that I like just as much. But for right now, this is working, and we're just gonna use it the way it is.
I got this weight on my shoulders, slowing me down. I don't know how it came about, and while the world is spinning faster every night, I feel I'm stuck in reverse somehow. But it ain't no one's fault that I am stuck here. No one to blame this on, feeling so hopeless. I keep on pouring salt on my wounds when I shouldn't stay. I feel the pressure on me, how it's itching under my own skin.
now it is time for me to come back to the kitchen and tackle my biggest project, which is the entire kitchen, all of the cupboards, the pantry, everything. So I'm going to go through the top cupboards and the bottom cupboards, and I'm going to reorganize everything and put everything where I feel it should be. I did notice as I was putting the dishes away that it makes the most sense to have the items that I use the most on the far side of the kitchen, because that's where the dishwasher is. So if I'm going to put dishes away, it makes sense to have them over here. And also everything that's on the top cupboards is stuff that I don't use very often because I can't actually reach anything up there unless I go and get a stool. Alright, so this is my coffee cupboard that I have right here. It's very conveniently put over top of the coffee station. And then the next cupboard over, I'm decluttering some things here that I no longer use or want, and then everything else I'm just going to reorganize. I also decided just to keep one of these kinds of cups. One had a handle, one didn't, and I'm going to be keeping the ones that don't have a handle. I got a few more of them as well so that we have enough cups, but I just had too many altogether and I figured we just needed to streamline that a little bit more. Also, the shelving is not really working for me how they had the shelves in before, so I'm just readjusting that to have two shelves so that I can put tall things at the top, and then I didn't want to have a shelf that was super high up because again, I can't reach it, so it doesn't make any sense. Now the teacups are going to be coming out of the cupboard up here, and I'm going to be putting them into the next cupboard. And this cupboard again, I'm going to be taking out the top shelf because it just doesn't work for me and I need to put some tall things in here. So in this cupboard is obviously stuff that I don't use very often, and that's why it's a little bit farther down the kitchen. These champagne flutes are going to be decluttered because I never use them, and I'm also going to be decluttering this dehydrator. Again, it really doesn't get used hardly at all, and it's just not really worth my time and effort to keep it in here. Now I do use these white dishes quite often, but the glass ones I use a little less often, but I still want to keep them so they're going up high. And then the white dishes just fit in that cupboard really well because it comes out a little bit, so that's why they're being put there. So now I'm just going to finish tidying up this counter, and then I'm going to work on the drawers and the lower cupboards.
Everybody says take it slow, but I think it's true when you know you know. Yeah, we could be dancing all night, waking up for the sunrise, late 'cause we're losing track of time. Yeah, we're in young love, 'cause when I'm with you it feels like falling in love for the first time. It'll always be true. Yeah, I know we're in young love. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, I know we're in young love. Slow dancing in the parking lot, up talking until 5 o'clock when we got class at 8 a.m. When I'm with you, it all makes sense.
In the drawers where I keep my large utensils, I'm going to be getting rid of any multiples that I have. So these teaspoons, I only needed one kind, and then I also am getting rid of this little spatula because the big one works perfectly fine. I'm also getting rid of the little wine opener because I have an electric one, which I really love, and I would rather have that one. I'm also decluttering my ice cream scooper because I never use it. Whenever we want ice cream, I just use a regular spoon, and then I eat the ice cream with that regular spoon, and I always forget that we even have an ice cream scooper, so that's just taking up room in the drawer. And as you can see, these are pretty full, so I don't want to keep anything that I don't actually use. So the two drawers that are at the end are empty at the moment, and I'm actually going to be converting those into a pull-out garbage eventually, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. Now moving on to the cupboards, I'm getting rid of those little glass bowls because again, just don't really use them, and I'm putting the shelf up high because that works best for having the pans above and the large pots below. So now I'm moving over to the island side of my cabinets. I'm going to be decluttering this waffle maker because I just don't use it enough for me to keep it. And then everything else is going to be put on the other side of the kitchen with the white cupboards. And my plan for the island cupboard is to eventually use it to organize the kids' arts and craft supplies. Now that I have all the kitchen cabinets organized, I'm going to unload the dishes that I was doing earlier, and it's actually kind of fun to unload them this time because I have everything organized, so I know exactly where I need to put everything, so I'm kind of enjoying putting the dishes away.
I used to think I had plenty of dreams and light in my life, so my glass was half empty, but you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time. My glass was always half empty, but now you're in my life. We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. Even after all of these years, you still look at me with the same love. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. You could never wear me out. We have come all this way, love, so I don't see us stopping now. My life's an adventure, 'cause you came along and showed me how to love without limits, to have a good time. Now my life's an adventure, and you're the reason why. We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. Even after all of these years, you still look at me with the same love. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. You could never wear me out. Far away from the city lights. We're far away from the city lights, so small under the night sky. It's just us two, but I don't mind. You could never wear me out. Even after all of these years.
So one thing about these floors, they have never been mopped since I moved in because I don't own a mop that I can use on hardwood floors. I have a steam mop that I used in my last house, but I am terrified to use that kind of mop on these hardwood floors. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just spot mopping. I'm just putting my little spray on the floor and wiping it down with a washcloth because that's all I can do at the moment, but I do plan on eventually buying a mop. So I just wanted to show you quickly what I'm decluttering. It's crazy that I still find things to declutter because I feel like I've decluttered so many times. And then I also have these white shelves here. I think I'm just going to put those in storage in case we ever sell this house and the people that move in want to use those shelves still. Now I'm moving on to the pantry. Like I said before, this is not going to be one of those spectacular pantry makeovers, but it is going to be a drastic improvement because this place is just chaos, and it's honestly giving me anxiety every time I look in here because I don't know what's what. It's just you know, crazy. So anyways, I'm going to get this all tidied up. I'm just going to move everything out. I'm just going to vacuum, wipe down the bottom, and then I'm going to try and deal with these wire shelves. Why people put wire shelves in their house, I have no idea. They're terrible. You can't put anything on there straight, especially because I have wire baskets that I'm putting on there, so they really don't work because they just like fall through and they're toppling over, and it just doesn't work at all. But in any case, I'm going to make this work the best I can, and eventually I would love to replace these shelves. I would love to paint in there and just do a really nice pantry makeover. So perhaps maybe in the new year I will do that, but for right now I'm just going to try my best to make it work.
For me, isn't it my birthday yet? Cause I gotta say, you're looking like a gift for me, wrapped up nice and neat, baby. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with our bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. We don't have to move so fast, baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe.
So I think the worst thing about corner pantries is that they have that huge corner in the back that's so difficult to utilize. But in any case, I'm putting this tray underneath my spice rack because the spice rack had little feet on it that fell right through the wires, so I had to put something below it so that it wouldn't fall over. So I had to just get a little bit creative to combat these wire shelves.
You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with our bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances, they are nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 love. The things I love, the things I love. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 love.
Alright guys, so my pantry is now decent, my kitchen is fully organized, so that definitely makes my heart happy. I hope that you found this video inspirational and motivating, and I hope to see you guys in my next one. Take care, and I love y'all.
We'll be here dancing day and night.